Hello again, ladies and gents of YouTube, GuestGex here, carrying on with the old Res Evil 4 Let's Play, and we're about to attempt a bit of a boss fight here, Lago, who is like a giant fish thing that we caught a glimpse of last time, munching away on a cop. In fact, we saw him a bit more than that because I ran up to the end of the jetty here and shot into the water, which Lago didn't seem to like. He seems to protect the fish, king of fish. So anyway, we get onto the boat. I love this boss fight. This is one of my favourite defining moments from Res Evil 4. And then you just steer it with the left thumbstick, and just head out into the middle of the lake, and a film clip will kick in. Where is it? Or actually, there we are. Here we go. It's almost like a giant newt or something. And we're being dragged around the lake, and you have to avoid the huge stumps of wood that are kind of everywhere. Right, that's it. Obviously, if you do smack yourself on one of those, you, oh, bottoms. Hey, there you go. You have to avoid him as he kind of lunges out of the water as well. Oh, bottoms. Just trying to hit which is best. Wait, oh no, I'm going to go smack into that. No! Oh my god, that was close. Where's he gone? There he is. Okay, so he disappears. Leon looks around, all confused, and you get the old harpoons, and then he will come at you from a direction, and here we are, you get a handy little arrow indicating it, and you have to be able to lob a spear into his mouth a couple of times. There we go, and then he will dive under the boat as such, and then it will carry on, and you can chuck a couple of these at him. Oh Christ, oh god, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, there we go. That's what happens if you get knocked out of the boat. And then you get a little quick time event to try and get back to your little wooden boat while he chases you. You can see the blood coming out of him already because he's got a harpoon in him. There we are. Once you're back in, you're safe, believe it or not. So off we go again, getting pulled around somewhere. Oh, there he is. There he is. You want to try? Oh, there we go. Hey, so you got knocked out again. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can normally do this flawlessly, and each time he knocks you out, he's a little bit closer to you. So this obviously you can't keep going back to your boat. Ugh. Where the hell's he gone? Oh, there he is. Yes, you need to get a certain number of spears into him quite quickly. Oh, I don't believe this! This is unbelievable! As I say, normally you can do this flawlessly. In fact, it may actually get me here. This is going to be pretty close. There we go. Somehow he managed to spawn through me that time. Okay, and he's done his disappearing act again. This is really embarrassing. As I say, this is really embarrassing. I can normally do this completely flawlessly. Where the hell is he? Oh, here he is. Here he is. The pressure of being recorded. There we go. Shouldn't take many more. And then there's an interesting little... There we go. So as I say, the idea is that you try to steer as best you can out of the way. One more maybe. Maybe one more. Note. There we go. So as I say, it's all about sweeping the boat out the way. He should be almost done. Oh, oh, he's gone underwater. He's disappeared. No, he hasn't. He's gone there. Right, that was pretty close. He is essentially almost dead. Ugh. He might do one last disappear. I don't know. Yep. So this should be it, to be honest. This, maybe one more spear, maybe two. Where's he gone? Where are you? Come on, Del Lago. Here we go. I was going to say, smile, you son of a bitch. Just to get a good film reference in. There he goes. Splosh. And just when you think it's all over, be prepared for another QTE. Here we go. There we go. Never actually failed that one. I keep meaning to deliberately fail that one just to see what happens. I just assume you get pulled to the bottom of the lake. I've never been totally sure whether Del Lago is supposed to be some kind of virus-infected thing, or whether it's just some kind of weird monster like Nessie or whatever that just happens to live in this lake. I don't know. I know it had the tentacly things in its mouth, which suggests it's infected, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Leon's not feeling too good. Yep. Shouldn't have had that prawn booner. End of chapter. There we go. We shall save. It's a bit pointless giving you the saves at the end of chapters, because then when it starts you up, it automatically gives you a typewriter anyway, so you could just save again. So it's a little bit redundant, but there you go. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. But it was all a nightmare. Or was it? I hate this. I bought a packet of hobnobs, and most of them seem to be smashed to bits in the packet. I hate it when that happens. It's so annoying. You can't really take them back though, because you've already opened the packet. Anyway.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Can't say. But I'm all right now. I'm gonna continue my mission.
Right, so we're off. Sorry, I'm still eating a biscuit. We've got some ammo. We've got a flash grenade on the shelf. I believe some pesetas. No, nothing in there. Rude. There we go. Now, we'll take a couple of green herbs, just because, obviously I know I could, and the egg, just to free up some inventory space, really. There we go. Sweet. Here's a letter you can have a read of if you want. There you go. I have read that before. Nothing unusual here. I will chuck a quick save point down. Now the next baddie you see, it will become clear why shooting people in the head is not always a good thing from now on. But anyway, head out here. Now if you want, you can go back here and you can jump back in the boat, and right opposite you might be able to see dimly glowing the lights of the merchant there. So yeah, you can get in the boat and go to the merchant if you really want to, but there's nothing we need at the merchant, so Sonic, we'll leave that. We'll head through here, and you will see this poor chap who we're about to bump into has a bit of a splitting headache, as you will see. Now if that isn't the stuff of nightmares, I don't know what is. And the thing is, you can't shoot them in the body, it doesn't do anything. You have to shoot the thing that's... Oh my god. You have to actually shoot the thing that's coming out of his head, otherwise it does nothing. And from now on, anyone can do that. So sometimes you will find times when, as I say, you shoot 2 or 3 of them in the head and you're suddenly stuck with 2 or 3 of those things coming at you. And they do ridiculous amounts of damage. And there's different varieties of things that can come out of the head as well. There's like a spider thing that can actually detach itself and chase you around the room, which is pretty horrifying. There's that one that you just saw with the blades. Or there's another one that looks like a sort of slug with legs, and it just decapitates you in one hit. So we'll see them later on anyway. Right, we're going to hop down the rope. Oh, actually, no, before we hop down the rope, we're going to do a little bit of sniping. There's El Dudio there. There we go. Before he's even hit the floor, we start descending. There we go. Oh, yep, he just sink to the ground. There we go. Now this is one of those bits that is somewhat ammo heavy if you haven't got an RPG like we have. I believe there's some handgun ammo in here. Oh no, sometimes that is handgun ammo. Well, I think the game is being mean because it knows I've got these weapons. Anyway. Now, what we have to do here, test of your marksmanship here, you have to pop these chains supporting these crates, and of course some of them are moving. Here we go, and the last one, no, here we go. And what they do is they form a bit of a bridge, so you can jump across. Right, and what you need to do here, you need to turn this water off so we can get through this waterfall. Oh, there's an item there, forgot about that. Just grab that. I believe if you try and walk through it, I'd say it's so hard to fire one shot. If you try and walk through it, it will just like knock you backwards. So what we need to do here is, once I wreck this crate, it's a bit of a swizz this because we need to divert the flow of the water essentially. And how we do that is over this way. So we jump across and again. And there's going to be about, I don't know, 5 or 6, possibly more baddies coming out in a bit. But they do have to jump across those bits as well. So anyway, get up the friggin' ladder. There we go. Apologise if I'm a little bit hushed today, but there are people sleeping nearby, so I can't be too loud. So I'm hoping nothing scares the crap out of me. There we go. That's the water flow changed. Clunk. The water flow diverted. So now the way into there is free, and in there is the key that we need to get into the church where Ashley's being held. So it's still all about Ashley. Here we go. I'm going to change on to that. So we go across here, and as soon as we start to get across, I believe it's won't. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So back we go, and they will start jumping across. There we go. As I say, this can be a little bit tricky if you're mid jump. That can be a bit of a tricky part if you've got bugger all ammo, because they're quite a tough lot. Those lot, they seem to take a bit more damage than normal. Anyway, pressing on, easy as that. So now we just go through the cave. Tum titty tum tum tum. There's nothing down there, even though it looks like there would be. It looks like there's a gap or something, but I don't know. I've never been able to do anything with that. And we grab this. Take the round insignia. So now we've got that, the door opens. But we can take a boat trip back to the merchant and save. But before we get to the church,
I've obtained an object that resembles the cult group's insignia.
Wonderful, Leon. Head back to the church. Ashley's safety is our immediate priority.
don't think there's anything else in here. No. So we go through here. Come on. It's always green writing when you're moving into a new area. Here we go. There are bats about, but I don't think they do a lot of damage, if anything. Potential risk of rabies, but that's about it. So anyway, jump back into the boat. And then you kind of drive through a pixelated wall bit. You see you're blatantly going to hit that. And we arrive back at the merchants where we did our extreme fishing before. And all the fish have come back. So So I don't think there's anything we can sell.
Got a selection of what
Just
are you
seeing if we've
selling?
got any, sell that. Actually, no, we won't sell that, and I'll tell you for why. Because I'm actually going to do the boss fight properly.
Is that all?
And sell one of the golden eggs.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll do. Nothing else we can do, so we shall save there, and I shall end the video there as well. Come back for the next part, and you shall see a second boss fight, and we're going to be reunited with our four-legged friend from right at the beginning of the game that we set free after blowing him to bits when we went back and then set him free from the man trap. So yeah, hope to see you in the next part, and thank you for watching.